What is good, y'all? It's your boy Jared Smith, aka Godsent, back on the playoff takeover. Now, thank you guys for continuing to come and watch these playoff takeover videos. More coming for y'all, and more to come as these playoffs roll on. So, without further ado, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to put a comment in there if you like the video. Let me know what I can improve on everything in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of today's episode. You already see the name of it. But we're going to go to that topic just at the start of the video. No. We're going to say that for a little bit later. We're going to handle the recaps. First things first. So, let's get into this. Bow. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had the New York Knicks going against the Indiana Pacers last night. And wow, that was a game. Another great game from both sides of the ball. Knicks and Pacers showed up tonight. We had a Tyrese Halliburton going for 20. Well, not 20. Going for 34 points tonight. Now, in this series for the Pacers, let's touch upon the Pacers side of things, right? Pacers ended up taking this L in this game. Now, Pacers this morning, they're working their way. So this morning, the Pacers have submitted 49 calls from last night's game, on top of the 29 other calls from game one. 78 calls altogether they are trying to argue and dispute with the NBA and the officials in MS Square Garden. Now, Reggie Miller has told us that even when he was in the MSG, it was, you're going against the Knicks and the refs when you're in the Garden. You're going against the Knicks and the refs. So, as the Pacers did last night, Pacers handled it, did their thing. They were doing their thing. They didn't take the dub. Pacers came out here with great energy, though. Now, with an aggressive Tyrese Halliburton, aggressive and efficient Tyrese Halliburton, this series can really see some turnaround. Because as you saw, when Tyrese got into the mix and really just said, you know what, I'm going to get my step back threes going. I'm going to go get mine, right? He got 34 points on 57, 63, 83 splits. When Tyrese is doing that, oh my Lord, that is something that you really don't count on from the Pacers. Tyrese doesn't heat up like this often. So when he does, you gotta go heat up with him. But sad to say that Pascal only finished with 19 of the game, I believe. Pascal was being guarded very well by OG Anunoby this entire game. And once OG Anunoby was hurt, laying into that third, got hurt, left hamstring, and he was already cooking. When OG Anunoby was on Pascal was barely getting in the mix of the offense, giving him a rough night. OG Anunoby on the other side of the ball, 22 points in the first half. The Kawhi disciple did his thing. Finished with 29 points in the game. You can't ask for nothing. You can't ask for anything better than that from OG Anunoby. Aggressive OG Anunoby making great decisions. There you go, making another great decision to Isaiah Hartenstein on that pick and roll. Boom. When you have great decision making coming out of OG Anunoby, this whole offense takes another leap. And like Reggie Miller said last night, I don't think I've ever seen a team where their best offense is when they miss a shot. The second chance points for the Knicks are just demoralizing because they're really kicking your butt. They're really kicking your ass with all these second chance points. And it's like, damn, this team looks real good when they miss shots. Like, missing shots the best offense for them? Like, that's not supposed to happen. But Tibbs has put Brunson in great places. Also, shout out to Jalen Brunson with another 30-plus piece last night. Jalen Brunson has been magnificent this whole playoff run. And Tibbs has put Brunson in great places within the offense. The pick and roll has been magnificent all series long. Hartenstein with the near triple-double last night. Let's look at his numbers. Hartenstein, 14, 12, and 8. Great shooting. 5 of 7 from the field. Great efficiency. But what more can you ask when Jalen Brunson scored 77 total points in the fourth quarter this playoff and 43 points in the clutch this playoff? Jalen Brunson is the best fourth quarter player in the league right now. Besides Anthony Edwards, you can put it's between him and Kyrie are the 3 best second half players in the league right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And when it comes to that fourth quarter, you can bet your ass. People like Jalen Williams from OKC, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Kyrie Irving, 4 guys that have shown up all fourth quarter long this entire playoffs. And not only that, when you look at how the Villanova boys got into it, they are so damn good, man. All 3 of these guys have to be respected. I know the mission for the Pacers is let everyone else beat us, let Josh Hart beat us, but damn it, Josh Hart is a monster, bro. They're a monster, and they all show up. Now, the Knicks in the fourth quarter continue to dominate the glass in the playoffs. They continue to dominate the offensive glass. They had, I believe, 11 offensive boards coming in that fourth quarter. You know, shout out to TJ McConnell on the Pacers side. TJ McConnell was a great Brunson slower stopper for them. Brunson wasn't getting very active once TJ McConnell was on the floor, and you can really see once TJ McConnell was on the floor, the game got close. But when you put Andrew Nembhard back on the floor, he's getting cooked. He's getting baked. Andrew Nembhard got the step back. He got laced in the fourth twice down the stretch. JB was not playing with him. So this was a great game from both sides of the ball. Like, the Knicks showed up and exceeded, but the Pacers showed up and did ball out too. But again, I got the Knicks winning this in 5, to be honest. If I'm being honest, I don't know if the Pacers can take 2 games. They can take 1. You can go back to Indiana and take 1 game. I believe that. With TJ McConnell having 10 points, 11 assists off the bench, and playing good defense on Jalen Brunson, anything is possible. If you can keep getting games like that, I don't know if you're going to keep getting double-doubles, but if you keep getting efficient and effective games like that, you can do that. You can always have a game with the Knicks, right? Then again, like I said, Brunson with the ISO on Nembhard did that beautiful floater in 126, 118. It's gonna pop up on the video right here. So on top of that, like I said before, 11 offensive rebounds on the night that led to 15 second chance points for the Knicks, right? Second chance points game, you don't want to play with them. The Knicks had 3 players score 25 or more points in the playoff for the first time since 1970. But the Knicks also, during that stretch of basketball, they hung a 36-18 run in the third quarter, and it was magnificent seeing all of them get their shots. Dante get his shot, Josh Hart get his shot. Talk about Josh Hart. Josh Hart has played 374 minutes of 389 possible minutes this postseason. He's played damn near every minute and out of 4 out of the 8 games he played. Right? Knicks, Tom Thibodeau, Tibbs is wild. Tibbs really just plays 6 people. And when you lose OG Anunoby, now you're playing fire. Now you're playing with fire. Because OG Anunoby is a key part to the defense that exudes energy into the offense. When you have OG Anunoby who's who's a pest, who is a lengthy defender, who doesn't mind taking the point of attack. You also got Josh Hart right next to him, doesn't mind taking the point of attack. Take on the Tyrese Halliburtons, your Tyrese Maxeys. Like, the Knicks are built for this. And the Knicks are built for this series, and I think they get them up out of here in 5. I think Indiana can take one game back at their home, because Pacers are good this postseason, and they just need to get stops on top of that, because they can't get no damn stops. They can't get stops. That's why late in that fourth quarter, I would have put TJ McConnell in for some of those defensive possessions so we can slow down the Brunson. Because Brunson got to his bag whenever he saw Nembhard, he saw food. It goes braised oxtails, fried chicken
wings, fried catfish, yams, collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread.
Cutlet. Like, it was over. It was over. He was cooking him. And you can't have that next game, especially if you want to extend this series. You gotta put a defender in front of Brunson that can bother him, or it's gonna get spooky. But next game, this is a game from a night ago. We're gonna recap this game. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Dallas Mavericks. Let's get into that, right? So, Luka Doncic. I'm gonna start by doing this, right? Y'all gotta see me for this one. Out of all the superstars left in the playoffs, Luka Doncic has got to be the worst one. And I'm saying that respectfully. Now, you can bash Jason Tatum. Tatum ain't gotta go for 30, 28 on good efficiency against the freaking Cavaliers and the freaking who they go against round 1? I don't remember who they went against round 1. That's how, like, we don't care. They went against Miami round 1. No Jimmy Butler. You think we were shook? I mentioned they lost that one game, but then it was like, all right, like, we'll get back, and they got back. They're going against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jason Tatum does not have to step up. Derek White is averaging 20 plus. Jaylen Brown is looking like him. He said, Jason, go to the back. You can relax. I think Jason Tatum just needs to get pushed to the fire when he goes against. That's why the Knicks. That's why I have Celtics Knicks Eastern Conference Final. That's when Jason Tatum's gonna turn up. That's when you're gonna see the 30-point per game player that you know, that 28 plus per game player you know, hitting that little step back, right? But like I said, Luka is the worst performing superstar in the playoffs right now. Luka shot a career high 38% from 3 this year. He hasn't shot nearly as good as that this year. And I can tell you the numbers. Let me bring them up for you. So, Luka Doncic in this playoffs versus the LA Clippers. Game 1, 4 of 12 from 3. Game 2, 5 of 14 from 3. Game 3, 3 of 14 from 3. Game 4, 1 of 9 from 3. Oh my God, these tornadoes. Game 5, 2 of 8 from 3. Game 6, 1 of 10 from 3. And game 1 of the Oklahoma City Thunder, 1 of 7. Luka Doncic, we are looking for you. We are sending out an APP because Kyrie needs more than Allah to help him in this series. Why is Kyrie carrying Luka Doncic, someone who was in MVP races this year? Why is Kyrie looking like the best player on the Dallas Mavericks when you have an MVP candidate in Luka Doncic this year? Why? I don't get it. Luka's point percentage dropped from 31 to 28. It's gotten serious. Let's break down this game, right? So, like I said, from Oklahoma City Thunder, they played a great brand of basketball. They just looked outpowered. They looked outmatched. They game out there. It was like high schoolers versus elementary school. Like they were cooking these bulls. Like when you have Jalen Williams starting out the game from 2 of 11, you're supposed to win those games. You gotta win those games. When Jalen Williams is starting out 2 of 11, and you got Isaiah Joe, Wiggins, and Andrew Wiggins stepping up. Andre Wiggins stepping up. Stepping up for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and picking up the slack that Jalen Williams had, that Jalen Williams just wasn't able to bring. So, like the fourth quarter team they are the best fourth quarter team this postseason, statistically. But once again, for the Mavericks, it's Kyrie to save the day, and it just wasn't working because OKC just shot every shot. After it was like back and forth. Anytime the Mavericks would get some type of heat, some type of momentum, it went flat. Shai and them boys were not playing. Now, you can say for the Dallas Mavericks, Luka does look different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Luka doesn't look like the same. He looked limp. He looked like he was limping out there. He looked slow. He didn't look like, I'm not gonna say explosive because Luka's not explosive, but his hit that little, it's like I don't know what it is, but you know what I'm talking about when it comes to Luka. He just didn't look like him, and that left Kyrie to come and save the day, and just wasn't ending well for them. So at the end of the third quarter, almost into the third. No, I said almost into the third. In the middle of the third quarter, Shai Alexander tweaked his left ankle. It almost scared us and almost like took the air out the arena. I'm not gonna lie to you. But at that time, these guys would just continue having their way. Jalen Williams woke up in that fourth quarter. Let me tell you what he did in that fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Jalen Williams woke up in that fourth quarter. He had 10 points by himself in that fourth quarter. 2 threes, I think it was 2 threes, and he had a dunk and 2 dunks. He was wilding. He was bugging out. And OKC, just as a team, they played so well. Like y'all harped so much about the experience that the Oklahoma City Thunder does not have, and I think that's BS. I think that's a load of BS because, yes, experience does go a long way in the playoffs, but when you're going against another young team, it don't mean ish. It don't mean nothing. The Dallas Mavericks only got one dude that's been to the finals. They just as dumb as them. PJ Watson has no playoff experience. Daniel Gafford has no playoff experience. Derek Lively has no playoff experience, but Tim Hardaway Jr. does. But his experience is getting bounced out first rounds. Except for the year when they went to the Western Conference Finals and went against the Golden State Warriors. Y'all know that year. But I digress, right? Thunder have shooters all over the court. They played the Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder are the only team in the playoffs to play a full 10-man roster. They put in their rookie Cason Wallace, and he was playing defense on Kyrie and hit a 3 in a corner. These guys don't care. They don't care. Y'all young, we ain't trying to hear that. They're not trying to hear that. They're playing AAU basketball out there, bro, and they're cooking. Let's talk about the presence that Chet has when he really slows down the paint on the pick and roll that Luka does with Derrick Jones, with Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively. They're not going that very well. They're not going that very well because Chet is a monstrosity, a 7-foot monstrosity. Thunder can all 1 through 5 can switch, bro, and they're all rotating fast. They're all playing great defense. They're 2 at the ball, forcing Luka to get the ball out of his hands. They're playing great defense. And on offense, look at that step back by Shai Alexander. Oh my goodness. Y'all tried to say PJ Watson was gonna hold that man and could not hold that man. Look at that. Who was that? That Andre Wiggins was Isaiah Joe. I think that was Isaiah Joe for the 3. It was immaculate. It was an immaculate display of basketball coming from these young cats because I said, all right, they went against the Pelicans in the first round. This is going to be the matchup that they need to focus on. This is going to be the tester. And they showed up. They showed up to the test. They showed up to the test. PJ Watson was on Shai Alexander, didn't get the job done. He picked him apart with those 2 step-back threes that we watched in the 3rd quarter. Mavs went scoreless for almost 4 minutes in the 3rd. That let the Thunder pile on to that lead. You see that lead right now? They're up 14. 15 turnovers for the Dallas Mavericks allowed a lot of points off turnovers for Oklahoma City Thunder. And I don't want to butcher his name, but Mark Daigneault, the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder, needs, like, we need to go inside their locker room, and I want to hear what he's telling these guys, man. I want to know what type of confidence he's putting into his players to come out here and handle business like this. Look at the when you start barking, like, they are wilding, bro. They're wilding, and they have the bodies to throw and bother their stars. You have the torture chamber right for Luka. Dort did not switch off Luka. Damn, it felt like he took Luka the entire game. He didn't even think of switching. Didn't even consider it. Didn't even consider the switch. And that led to the ass whooping that we just watched. Now, Daniel Gafford had 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 blocks. And yet, he was sat down for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it led to that. Led to that baking, that annihilation, that cooking. What the Mavericks have to do next game, simple. Luka can't be shooting tour dates, bro. If Luka's not good, you're not winning. Point blank. This ain't the Clippers. The Clippers play at a slower tempo, a way slower tempo than Oklahoma City. They play the same tempo as the Mavericks, so the Mavericks can pick apart the Clippers as they did. But Oklahoma's a different story. You got, dare I say, I'm gonna say at least 2 out of the 10 guys in their rotation that don't shoot like that are Josh and maybe and the other Jalen Williams. But Lou Dort shooting 52% from 3. Isaiah Joe ain't slip up yet. Andrew Wiggins, oh my, I keep calling Andrew. Yo, stop playing with me. Andre Wiggins is hitting, and Shai is gonna get his, especially now that he's robbed of the MVP. Woo! Yeah, Luka, you better strap up. Tie them shoelaces tight, because it's going to be a long night every night. You got the torture chamber in front of you. You got two to the ball to force the ball out your hands on damn near every possession. You have to make sure that PJ Watson makes his shots. Tim Hardaway can either win you a game or lose you a game. I've watched it. Kyrie is always going to be Kyrie. Kyrie is always going to be there. Maybe not in the first half, but he's always going to be there in the second. 22 points in the second half. I watched it. Kyrie is a monstrosity. And he needs to be respected. We need to give more respect to Kyrie this playoffs, because Kyrie's carrying Luka, and it was never supposed to be that way. Never supposed to be that way. it should be the other way around. But like I said, Uncle Donald the Dookie butt is Dookie right now. Dookie. But one of that was Dookie butt, that MVP race. Let's get into this MVP thing, man. SGA, you have been robbed. You have been robbed, my brother. Like, oh my goodness. Let's get into this, man. So, Nikola Jokic has won the 2023 MVP, 2023-24 MVP for the third MVP in his career, right? Who allowed that? I'm not showing Jokic highlights for a reason, because that's this is the man that was robbed. This is the man that was bamboozled, hoodwinked. I know he was left dumbfounded just as much as I was. Did you know that Shai has also joined Michael Jordan as the only guard in NBA history to average over 30 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on 50% shooting and not win an MVP? Did you know Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the first player since 1967 to average 30 plus points per game on the first seed of the West and not win the MVP? What? The second player since 2005-06 to register over 50 30-point games. And might I add, you is the youngest, leading the youngest number one seed in NBA history. And he was the leading scorer on that team. Might I add, he's the steals leader too. So he's a two-way, a real life two-way. Something that Luka isn't, that y'all tried to make him in the playoffs this year. Yeah. Do I need to continue? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become the first player since 1967 to average over 30 points on the number one seed and not win MVP. Like I said before. You wonder who the last person was? That was Rick freaking Barry. That was Rick Barry, who averaged 35.6 points in 1966-67. There is a Nikola Jokic fetish that needs to be addressed. I didn't have an issue with the last MVP that Jokic got. I had an issue with the first. I had an issue with the other ones. You feel me? First MVP Jokic got. Cool with it. Fine. Handle his business. Second MVP was the MVP when he got as the 6th seed on some Russell Westbrook-ish. And no. I'm not jacking it. Granted, he did it on his own. He was dominant. Blase. No Jamal. Still made it to the playoffs. But got bounced out the second round by the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. He got that MVP. Some may say I'll stand 10 toes on it. Nikola Jokic was the best player in the world that year. I'll stand 10 toes on it. But this one doesn't make any sense. 26, 12, and 9. 52% shooting. Cool. Shai's taking jump shots. Did you know that? He's shooting mid-range 3 balls. and I believe he is the most accurate attacking the rim. I believe he shot 77.7% at the rim this year. I think that's like top 3 highest at the rim this year. That's like Giannis. That's unheard of. That's a big man stat. But yet, we are all sitting here today questioning as to why the hell Nikola Jokic has this MVP. Shaquille O'Neal told him straight up, hey, I had Shai, brother. I'm being real. And Shaq is the boss of the big man committee. He is head big man of the big man community. And he's told him straight to his face. Nah, I'm gonna lie to you. You shouldn't have got that one. I voted for SGA. Damn it, we all did! 15 first place votes? 15 first place votes. You gotta be shitting me, bro. You gotta be shitting me. This is arguably the best shooting guard performance we've ever watched since the days of Dwayne Wade and Kobe were playing together. We're watching Ant Edwards and Shai take the realms as the best two guards in the world. Shai arguably is the best two guard in the world right now. You can put Ant in that conversation. You can put Devin Booker in that conversation. You can put Donovan in that conversation. Whatever you want to do, please be my guest. But none of them are doing 30 on the number 1 seed with 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals a game. And his percentages are chef's kiss. Y'all are bugging. The Nikola Jokic fetish has got to be questioned. I'm tired of it. I know a lot of other people are tired of it. We're not gonna sit here and deal with this again, cause oh my days, I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of this. Y'all did justice with giving Embiid that last one, but Embiid shouldn't have even got that one. That's the one that Nikola Jokic should have won. That MVP is the MVP Nikola Jokic should have won. Embiid should have won his first. Nikola Jokic's first 2 MVPs are Embiid's. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? The Nikola Jokic fetish has to be challenged. We have to get in the rooms with these analysts, some of these media heads, and really have a discussion as to why y'all are like super like hugging this man. Oh my days. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? SGA should have been MVP this year. Point blank. I know some people are gonna say Luka, but I didn't want to like. He shooting tour dates. I just showed y'all the stats. He's shooting tour dates. I don't want to hear about Luka as an MVP. Please get that ish away from me right now. Luka will have MVP next year, one of these years coming up. But this was SGA's MVP to lose, really. And y'all forced him to lose because he did it. He balled every game. He's balled out every game. What Minnesota's doing to Denver Nuggets should have been taken in, like, it should have been taken for it. Like, you should have included that in the decision making. Hey, Yeah, he's kind of getting his ass whooped by Cat, Nas Reed, and Rudy Gobert. I don't think we should reward him. That's just me, though. I feel like the playoffs, I feel like MVP should be decided after the playoffs. But that's just me. Or after the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. That's just me. That's just me. But tonight, y'all, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Boston Celtics at 7:30 tonight. I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics to take this game. I just don't think Cleveland, again, I don't think Cleveland is a good enough team to not go over the Boston Celtics or take a game from them in 5 to even go to 5. I think Boston sweeps Cleveland and get them up out of here. Next game we just touched upon, Dallas Mavericks versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Woo, 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 woo. I'm going with OKC. If Luka doesn't show up tonight, you can kiss this series goodbye. You can win. Dallas could win 2 games at home. They just need Luka. Like, you can't win these games without Luka. I'm sorry. This is not the Los Angeles Clippers. This is Oklahoma City Thunder. They have a 10-man roster. They have a 10-man rotation. And all of them shoot the lights out except for maybe 1 or 2. So, you're barking up the wrong tree, especially if there's no healthy Luka. That's sickening. That's dangerous. Kiss the series goodbye if Luka is not healthy. So, with that being said, thank you guys for tuning in today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We are a vibe. Man, thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it to the end. Thank you guys. Yo, tune in for the next installment this weekend. I'm gonna try and get you a video this weekend so we can cover all the games that happen this weekend. Even though it's Mother's Day, I'm gonna try my best. Thank you guys once again. It's your boy Jared Smith, aka Godsent.